There's a very scary question out there that probably every one of you guys out there are asking yourself right now. And that question is, what should I do with my future? You know, for certain people, it's very easy to answer such a question because, you know, they are in a medical program, they're in an engineering program, they're on a path toward being something that they have a really clear idea of. But for some of us, this problem is actually really complicated. See, it's not the case that we're not passionate about anything in our lives, but it is the case that we simply have too many passions that we all want to pursue simultaneously. And when people ask us the question of what do you want to be in the future, we get really damn nervous because we seriously have no bloody idea. Now, in today's video, I'm here to argue that it's actually okay for you to not have a very definite direction. It's actually okay to be unsure of what you want to do in the future. And it's actually okay, God forbid, to pursue all of the passions that you're interested in simultaneously. There's the term of the multipotentialite coined by Emily Wapnick, and this term perfectly described the kind of people that we are as scattered-brained individuals that cannot decide upon a definite path in our lives. And here's a common pattern. We pick up a skill, we get really interested in the skill, and we sort of get bored of the skill because we've reached a certain competency in that field of study, and we move on to something else immediately afterward. And this is going to go on for a long while. But have you ever considered that probably in the 21st century, being more of a scattered brain person could actually be beneficial? So as a content creator here on YouTube, there are a lot of things behind the scene that you really don't get to see. There's the video editing aspect, there's like the lighting aspect, there's like learning how to script videos, learning how to talk in front of the camera, learning how to digitally market your videos, learning how to use social media, and learning how to graphics design. This is all the stuff that you don't get to see. And these are the things that are very, very damn important if you want to ever start a successful YouTube channel, if you ever want to start a successful Instagram account or something like that. The point here is that in 21st century, you know, the job market is so diverse that if you want to survive, you almost have to dip your toe into some other fields out there. To innovate, you almost have to become a multipotentialite because you can learn so much on the internet that you almost have no excuse not to learn those skills. And there's so many rich possibilities out there, so many projects that you can work on, and so many innovative ideas that you can potentially take actions on, that it's going to be really difficult for you to move anywhere creatively if you don't have this ability to branch yourself out into multiple pursuits of disciplines. Back when I was at the engineering school, a math teacher once told me that the reason why I was screwing up was because I had way too many interests. I was very interested in literature, philosophy, I loved filmmaking, I also loved graphics design. So at the end of the day, I didn't have much time to put toward my math assignment, which resulted in a pretty poor grade throughout that semester. But I was confident in saying that I had a lot of fun in developing those skills. And I had a lot of fun putting those skills together. And the skills that I've learned throughout that period where I was kind of screwing up my math assignment, I dare say that those skills is what made this possible. My skill in graphics design contributed to the aesthetics of my website. The skills that I've acquired from making a lot of short movies on the side contributed to this YouTube project right here. So if you take a closer look, any creative profession in the 21st century, it's not just enough to know the art, to know the literature. You know, there are plenty of smart people out there, but without learning the technicality, without learning all the skills that are outside of your discipline, it's gonna be really difficult for you to get anywhere with your art, with your craft, with your writing. So multipotentialites, you guys actually have an advantage over everyone else because, hey, you're naturally good at learning many things at once. You're naturally good at dipping your toes into new situations. You're very good at mastering skills very quickly, so you can jump on a wagon of being a creative personality in the 21st century. So next time when you're confronted with the problem of what do you want to do in the future, don't feel bad for having too many answers to that problem because, you know, who knows? The future is unpredictable. Your ability to dip between different disciplines, it's actually a very crucial skill in the 21st century, at least from my personal experience. Had I not learned how to graphics design, how to make videos, or how to do the things that I'm currently doing, I can have all the great insights from literature all I want. Without this medium, without having the ability to communicate those insights, this project wouldn't exist. My website wouldn't exist, this channel wouldn't exist. So have a really good think about it. You don't have to have one passion, and that's okay. And that's all I have for this week. Very off the cuff, very unscripted. I don't want to make these videos overtly informative. That takes all the fun out of it. So I think in the future, expect more of these very off the cuff kind of episodes. And on the other hand, if you're interested in supporting this project, and if you're interested in my process of making all of this possible, consider supporting me on Patreon. I share a lot of additional insights, and I share some of my own personal productivity tricks on there. Any amount of contribution is appreciated. And then again, I want to thank you guys so much for 50,000 subscribers. I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. It absolutely blew my mind. This project right here turned from a passion project into kind of a full-time deal now. Anyhow, that's all I have for this week, and I'll be signing off right about now.